Now we're live. I was doing something weird. Alright. Is it live or is it Memorex? I absolutely hate wearing glasses. And there's Coda as on cue. There's Coda. Say hi, Coda. Hey. Good morning. How you doing? What's the weather like where you're at? We actually had rain last night. Yes, tired of waiting. Aren't we all? I have to remember to look up here and not at my screens. What's y'all's weather like? Here in the deep south, it's hot and humid. Rain in West Texas. Yes. Want and getting is two different things. Same here. We desperately need it, but last night was a pleasant surprise. We got some random cloud flew through and got some thunderstorms. So I was able to sit out on the patio for the first time in a long time. Fort Pierce, Florida. I miss Florida. We from St. Augustine. My wife took a promotion. She works at the world's largest retailer. So every time you get a promotion, it comes with a relocation. So we're counting the days to get back to Florida. Tennessee. I love Tennessee. Grew up in Ohio, so it was a short 5-6 hour drive to Gatlinburg. So from the end of summer growing up all the way till spring, summer the next year, we had this massive, it was like my dad worked at General Electric. He was a jet engine mechanic. So they had this giant plastic tubes, and he brought one home. So every time we would throw change in it and collect change all winter long, fall, winter, and early spring. And then, right before we got out of school for the summer, then we'd get all the penny rolls and quarter rolls and all that stuff. And our job was to roll up all the coins. And then that was our vacation fund. And we would do like 5 or 6 trips to Gatlinburg over the summer. Sweet tea, do you think we will RV any day with all this silence? I'm I'm like low key excited about it. I mean, if now I've said this before, if we weren't having farm claims reportedly paid, then I would be a little more pessimistic because it's your typical, well, we're heading into a 3-day weekend. But, with farm claims being paid out and other things that are happening, I'm I'm kind of excited about it. Trying to keep it. I'm trying to stay off the roller coaster. Taxes and insurance are out of control here. Yeah, I know. Florida is. That's a deep conspiracy hole there because I think BlackRock's behind all that. They're wanting to drive out. So many people there are on fixed incomes and they live in these condos that they've lived in forever. And now all of a sudden the association fees are going through the roof. And it's driving these people out of their homes because they, even if you own your condo outright, all of a sudden you're paying $2,000-3,000 or whatever it is a month for association fees and insurance and all these things that you never had to really factor for. So my conspiracy mind is that they're doing this to drive these people out. Then they can demo all these old buildings, build new high rises, and they're going to try to make Florida the land of the elite. But good thing that we're just watching a movie. Hello, Red Hawk. How are you this morning? So yeah, I'm my Achilles heel is I'm an optimistic person. I have to be, but I've been saying we're closed for years. My wife is so sick of me saying that. Um, but if all things are true and farm claims, Pickford claims, these things have been being paid out. And I mean, man, the biggest goosebumps are if they really are test exchanging people from groups, then yeah, I mean, that's exciting. It's hard not to get excited hearing these things, but we've been here before. Well, no, we haven't. And I hate that phrase, and I'm going to try to stop saying it. We've been to 3-day weekends before, but we've never had confirmation of farm claims being paid and different things like that. So I'm trying to stay off the emotional roller coaster, but I can't help it. All right, Red Hawk, you're new to the chat. Thanks for joining. But I was asking earlier how the weather was where everyone is. Naples pays 1% of value. We pay 2% here on the East Coast. Go figure. Naples is one of the best. Yeah, Naples is kind of an anomaly. I can't say that word, but I've looked at vacant land, and there's surprisingly a lot of vacant land in Naples, and I never really fathomed that because I used to live in Fort Myers, right near Sanibel. So I would go to Naples every once in a while, but it's the lifestyle of the rich and famous. So I didn't venture there too often because I wasn't rich or famous. So yeah, Naples is interesting. That whole Southwest Florida there with the hurricanes a year or so ago, Um, and the looting and all the craziness that was going on there is very suspect. I think we are close. Does anyone think that Dinar goes before XRP and Red Hawks in Orlando? Um, Again, I'm not. I need to look into learn crypto, but it scares me honestly. With hackers and all that, I just it. I guess my old school brain just can't imagine putting, you know, flash drive currency on something like that. And again, I don't know anything about crypto or how it works, but um, I think Militiaman was talking a couple weeks ago about Iraq using XRP for dinar. I guess my limited knowledge of all this stuff, I think that the QFS is going to be the ultimate crypto. And again, this is my limited understanding of it. Um, will it use XRP and XLM? I mean, maybe. From what I understand, there's supposed to be XRP as gold and XLM as silver, silver backed. So possibly. I think as far as one going before the other, I I think that they'll probably everything go at the same time. Um, I've made numerous attempts to buy XRP to no avail. Taken as a sign not to buy it. I wouldn't override that. Um, so I think a lot of this stuff is going to go at the same time. And what I say that because if Iraq is going to use XRP and XLM, as the basis of transfer, then it would probably all go at the same time to be a vehicle for moving um, dinar. And that's kind of if Iraq goes ahead of the RV, but the closer that we get to this thing, especially with all the news that's come out this week, I'm kind of leaning towards it all being a global RV and all going at once instead of Iraq going first. And for a long time, I that was my belief that Iraq was going to go ahead of the RV. But if they really are doing test exchanges, then that makes me believe that it's all going to go at once. Shotgun start, more than likely. Kevin Burr, thanks for joining. Look into crypto, but keep your emotions in check or you'll lose your rump. Yeah. Yeah. I think it was Mark or Zester or somebody I heard a while back say never invest more into crypto than you're willing to lose. I don't know if that's true or not. Like I said, it's not my wheelhouse. Now, I know my cousin back in Ohio, he got in on the ground floor of Bitcoin before people knew what it was. And I think he just did it on a whim. He dives into stuff and kind of our family's very conspiracy minded. So I think he was interested in it, saw the potential in it, and he's done like gangbusters. Guys, got any questions for the videos I made over the last couple of days? I've made more than I've ever made in my life with crypto. That's great, man. Hey, that's wonderful. Matched with precious metals, yeah. Me, as far as I've just done real estate investing basically, and that got me out of all my trouble buying currency with credit cards, and that's why I beat that drum. Don't do that. All right, guys, you got any questions? I have about another half hour before I get out of here and get my day going. If you hear any strange noises in the background, that's Coda. Come here. Say hello, Coda. That says dog stretch. Hey, look up here. So, there's Coda's appearance for today. He has radar. He knows when this camera comes on and I start talking that. Okay, good. Quit sniffing and looking at me. Hey, this German Shepherd is like none ever that I've ever owned before. He cannot not lick things. Like if we put on new clothes, he comes out and licks them. And it's really frustrating if you're actually trying to, go to dinner and you put on nice clothes and all of a sudden you got a big German Shepherd lick up your pant leg. It's like, oh my God, this dog. My other German Shepherds, they were not like that. And vocal, oh my God, he's Scooby-Doo. I swear he's Scooby-Doo. He's got the floppy ear and he tries to talk. It's very annoying sometimes. God bless his heart. All right, guys. So the video I did this morning, I put on there some links to places that you can buy, where you can buy currency. And let me get over. Hopefully this doesn't mess up the live stream. Bear with me here. Let's try Command C. Come back to you guys. Put these here. Yep, there they are. All right, so I guess I just did one. There's Exchange of America. That's my favorite. That's my go-to. It's very secure, and they do overnight shipping. So if you need, if you want to buy some more currency, that's where I was just going to it. I did an eBay search because a lot of people on my Telegram room and different places have talked about buying it on eBay. I've bought car parts and stuff from eBay with no problems. So I just did a search for Iraqi dinar, and then I went to the channel that had the most sold, so 6,730 sold, and they're selling a 25K note for $31.99. And if you multiply that by whatever and get to $1 million, it comes out about $200 more. And that it says free shipping, so it comes out $200 more than Exchange of America. So I would just, for my own peace of mind, I would just go with Exchange of America, just because. Robert, I swear by eBay, that's how I got most of mine. That's great. Like I said, I haven't heard really any bad stories about eBay. But again, with Exchange of America, I'm not affiliated with them. I don't get sponsored by them and none of that stuff. They do overnight shipping and it's a legitimate currency exchange site, so I feel very secure about it. Sweet Tea, what do you think we should do if they tell us we have a counterfeit bill? Do we ask for it back for a second opinion or watch them destroy it? Here's the thing. if everything we've heard about redemption centers and that whole process is true, where you're going there and you're meeting a treasury agent or some sort of government official like that, I doubt that they would give it back to you. But yes, I would definitely make sure I say, bring the shredder, and I want to watch you put it in there and shred it. And that's how I would handle it. And hopefully everything we've heard about redemption centers for the most part is true, and the security and all that stuff. Red Hawk, I hear BRICS is having a meeting in Russia. Yeah, it's very curious, BRICS, because it seems to be all the first basket nations. If you don't know, I little kid had 3-wheeler wreck, had massive traumatic brain injury. Never diagnosed, never anything like that, but I have dyslexia. So if you hear me talk weird, I call it speaking Klingon. That's why. So anyway, back to it. BRICS. It's interesting that all the nations that are joining BRICS are the 209 nations of the first basket. So that's kind of interesting. Let's see where else we got. Yes, Iraqi dinar reinstates. Take some reinvest in Vietnamese dong. Good luck. Yes. Have a great day, Red Hawk. Thanks for jumping on. I know this was totally random. Yeah, definitely. I think our Vietnamese dong is a great one to join or invest in, especially because it's low barrier of entry. So it's $68 last week on Exchange of America, and that's for $1 million. So here's kind of in the long run, dinar, I believe, will be the most valuable currency of all the ones that we're looking at. But if you can buy more dong to equal what you could in Iraqi dinar, then it's going to be a wash or close enough. Indonesia rupiah is another good one. It's fairly cheap. I haven't checked that one in some time. Let me see if I can get back to Exchange of America real quick. Here's Banknote World. There it is. All right, Indonesia rupiah, and this is live. Is it live or Memorex? All right, so let's add a 0, do $1 million. All right, so 1 million Indonesia rupiah. I hope that's how you say it. That's how I say it. Is $78. Now it's going. The last time I heard Mark talk about it, it's going to exchange at $1.47. So if dong is going to go around 2.25, and it's $68 for $1 million, it's I would probably go with dong. Yeah. So as of today, dong is $68. And then let me go. Let's see what dinar is going for. If there's been any change in that, I doubt. All right. So $1 million in Iraqi dinar currently today is 1,050, and that's what it's been for a while. And that's, you can get with this company, you can get them in 25K notes, or you can get them in 50K notes. I buy the 50K notes just because that's less that I have to deal with. They offer 5K notes, 10K notes, and then you can get like a hodgepodge of currency, and those are sometimes they do sell out of dinar, so they'll still have the various denominations. Texas in the house. Hey, Tony Stormcloud, how you doing, buddy? So yeah, Exchange of America is a great site. Some people don't like going through the whole validation process, and I understand that. But you know, to me, it just makes it more secure. All right, what else you guys got? Let's see what's happening on X. If there's anything we can talk about there. There's a lot that I want to talk about, but I just don't know if it's going to cause problems because of YouTube and their, censoring. So, what are your guys' thoughts on? Hey, how do you solve a problem like me? How you doing? I'm banking on a Vietnamese dong. Yeah, for sure. And I've talked about this before, but I'll reiterate it. Um, they're commingled, Iraq and Vietnam. They use each other's currencies to buy things and export things. So they're heavily commingled. So if you imagine you got Iraqi dinar in Vietnam, and Vietnam is currently less value, but they use each other's currency. So as the value of dinar rises, it pulls up Vietnam with it. So it's definitely a good investment. Warren Buffett sold another 981 million shares of Bank of America. If you're in Bank of America, I would get out because they're. I banked with them for a very short period of time back in 2006, I think, and even back then they were very anti grassroots America, and I was like, that's not a bank I want to do business with, and I got rid of them. So it's a sinking ship, I do believe, in my opinion. Is it too late to buy dong and gift them to coworkers? They are not totally awake, but believe me when I say the RV is coming. I agree. No, it's we. I just ran through Exchange of America and looked up the currencies. So they're all still available. So yes, you can still buy them. We've been talking about sources. So Exchange of America, Banknote World, eBay. When I first got in, it was I bought mine on Amazon. I just researched the sellers, but yeah, I mean, and it was panic buying back then, because I was like, oh, it's going any minute. I gotta hurry up and get it. And it was like I would literally I was like a crazy person. I'd watch for the mailman to come and run out there and get my package, rip it open, and get my dinar. But the memories. But yeah, you can still buy it. You can still get it. As far as gifting it and the whole, people are so paranoid about having the receipts and stuff. And if you have them, that's great. And if you're going to gift it, I would throw it on the printer and scan a copy or print a copy. Keep one for yourself, keep one, and then give one to the person that you're gifting money to. I don't think we're going to need receipts and all that, but if you have them, keep them, paper clip it to the currency that you bought it with, or stick it in an envelope, whatever. But yeah, if you're going to gift currency to someone, I would just Xerox a copy and give it to them. Most banks are in trouble at this point. I don't know. I don't follow the banking enough. And Bank of America, yeah, there's some of the deep state banks are definitely getting ready to get torpedoed. I stick with Chase just because I've been with them forever, and they were one of the first ones to do away with penalty fees and all that stuff. And they're going to be one of the main banks for the RV process. So that's who I bank with. I don't trust Wells Fargo, and I've had accounts with them before in the past and car loans and stuff. I've never had huge issues with them, but man, it's just that feeling you get, and I just don't trust them. Same with Bank of America, I do not trust them. And there's Citibank. I don't know if anybody banks with them, but I don't trust them either. All right, guys, what questions you got? Or what do you guys want to talk about? I'm not the be all end all, but here we are, and I'm happy to chat about whatever you want to chat about. What else is going on with Twitter? So yeah, there's a lot that I would love to talk about. The old school white hat, black hat stuff. Local credit unions, I think, are going to be solid because it's how do you solve a problem like me? Your question was, what are your thoughts on local credit unions? Credit unions, their resources come from their members, so I don't think they're going to go away. I think they're solid. I don't know how they're going to fit into the whole RV thing. I think it'll probably mainly be if your credit union has invested in all this, that's wonderful. I don't know if that's possible or how that would work, but I would think that as people who are in the know exchange and they bring their money to a credit union, that obviously strengthens the credit union. But that's credit unions, I believe, are solid. I don't think they're going to go anywhere. But yeah, there's a lot of. I would love to have. If I knew that it wouldn't like get taken down or get me banned from YouTube, I would love to talk about all the stories that we've heard since the early days about the plan, the movie, white hats versus black hats, and all the theories that we've heard, coming up in this movement. And there's been a lot of whacked out stuff that people have just come up with that I don't believe is true. But, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right, guys, I'm going to have to jump off here and get ready to head out. So appreciate your time. Thanks for jumping on here. And again, this was totally random, and that's just how I roll. So I haven't really come up with a time. And if you want to give me some suggestions of a time that would be more convenient to do these lives, but like I said, it's just totally random. I had some time this morning, so I wanted to jump on and see what y'all were thinking. And again, I'm sorry. I've got two big screens here and I keep bouncing back and forth and I forget to look at the camera. So, I'm open to critiques. Thank you, Kevin. God bless you too, buddy. So thanks for watching today, guys, and we'll do another one soon. So have a great day. Happy Thursday. Happy Friday's Eve. And thank you. I only got one. I'm not a studio person or a talking head esque Mark Z, whatever. I'm just me, and that's all I know how to do. So I'm glad you like it. But yeah, if you have critiques, I got thick skin. So all right, guys. Talk to you later. See you. End.